My dear 5th grade children, good morning to all. How are you, ma? Are you fine? Children, be safe, be stay in our home, so be happy. Okay? I hope that you are doing well, you learned well, you copy everything. Okay, so you are ready to write the exam. Okay? Am I right? Okay, ma. In the previous classes, we'll revise that 3 lessons. That is, first lesson, motions of the earth, and second lesson, what's the second lesson, ma? That is, latitudes and longitudes, and third lesson, weather and climate. This is our test portion. We already revised it. Today, I revise the 3 lessons fully. Once again, that is, I give some important points in your textbook. Okay, in your books, I give some important points. You underline it, you note it, and you read it. Then you can be able to write all the answers clearly. Next week, your exam will conduct. So, study well. Okay, ma? Okay, now you take your social book and booklet and one pencil also for underline the some important points. Okay? Okay, ma? Clear it? Okay. Now ready to take everything? Okay. Now take your social book, open the page number, the first lesson. That is page number same, ma? 11, isn't it? Page number 10. Am I correct? Page number 10. Now you take, ma. Yes, now the motions of the earth. Page number is, sorry, ma. The page number is that motions of the earth. The first lesson, the page number 8, starting with the 8. Okay. Now open it. Okay, the motions of the earth. What's the title? The motions of the earth. We know motions means the movement of the earth. Okay. Yes, first the earth axis. First, that is what more? The earth axis. Yes, now listen here. The first point. Like the ball, the earth also spins or rotates around its axis. We cannot see this axis. Look at the globe, which is the model of the earth. It will help you understand some more things about the earth. Okay. Then second point, the axis of the globe is tilted. This point is, you underline it. That's we know. The axis of the globe is tilted. What's the meaning of tilted? Tilted means slanting. It is not correct vertical. It is just slanting in position. Okay. This line is very important. You underline it. The axis of the globe is tilted. It is not vertical. Okay. Okay, clear it? Okay. Then next, page number 9. That is, rotation causes day and night. This point you underline, ma. This heading you underline it. Rotation causes day and night. The earth takes 24 hours to complete one rotation. The earth takes 24 hours to complete one rotation. This point also underline it. We already learned it. Rotation, what is rotation? And this rotation, what's the importance of the rotation? Yes, we know this rotation causes day and night. This point you underline it. That is a heading. And second point also, the earth takes 24 hours to one complete rotation. Okay? Yes. Now listen here. Now you come to the point revolution. This heading, revolution. This revolution at the sentence, fifth sentence, that is, it takes 365 days and 6 hours to complete one revolution around the sun. The earth takes 365 days and 6 hours to complete one revolution around the sun. Okay, so that's also you underline it. Okay, now listen here, ma. This revolution, the second point, it rotates on its axis. At the same time, it also moves around the sun in its orbit. This movement is called revolution. So, this turns a second sentence also. It rotates on its axis. At the same time, it also moves around the sun in its orbit. This movement is called revolution. Okay, that point also you underline it. Next, it takes 365 days and 6 hours to complete one revolution around the sun. Can you clear it? So, this stands up fully. Maybe you underline it. It's very important. Okay, ma? Okay. Now, then you, how the seasons happen. How the seasons happen. That is page number, next page number 10. Okay. Now open it. That is, now listen here. The change in seasons from summer to winter and then back from winter to summer happens because of two reasons. Isn't it? That is, underline it. First one is the tilt of the Earth's axis. Second, the orbit of the Earth around the sun. Okay, how the seasons happen? That is two reasons, mainly two reasons. That is the tilt of the Earth's axis and the orbit of the Earth around the sun. Okay, ma? That is one time. These 2 points, to underline it. Okay, then next line. The diagram shows the tilt of the Earth axis. Next line. It also shows that the equator divides the Earth into two equal halves. So, you underline the equator divides the Earth into two equal halves. These are the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere. Hemi means whole, sphere means a round shape. Okay, so you underline this point. This is very, very important. These important points you one time read, so only you can able to write all the answers. Okay, ma? Okay, clear it? Okay, ma, now listen here. Now you underline, that is, the equator divides the Earth into two equal halves. These are the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere. Hemi means half, sphere means a round shape. Can you clear it? Okay, ma? Okay. Okay, now this, now next page number, that is page number 12. You take now page number 12. The rhythms of the Earth's movement. As the, that is, rhythms means the regular movement. This regular pattern of the Earth's movement. We have season because of, we know how to seasons happen because of the tilt of the Earth's axis and the orbit of the Earth around the sun. As the Earth goes around the sun, one season follows another in a continuous cycle. This happens year after year. This rhythm, that is the regular movement of this season, never changes because the revolution of the Earth never changes. So this point, underline it. Okay, this regular movement of the seasons never changes. So the revolution of the Earth also never changes. Okay, then next page number 13. That is, in the same way, the rhythm of day and night remains the same because the Earth always takes 24 hours for one rotation. Okay, ma, clear it? So underline it. This is okay. Yes. Then simply I ask the question. 360 days means that is a leap year. 365 days means that is a leap year. The earth revolves around the sun. This revolution takes 365 days and 6 hours only. That is, now you see that page number 13. This remember points given no more. That points also some of the importance you note it I tell. That is second point, the earth has two types of movement, that is rotation and revolution. Underline it. Okay. Then third point, earth rotation takes 24 hours and causes day and night. What causes day and night? This rotation of the earth causes day and night. Okay, ma? The question, what causes day and night means your answer is, what answer you need to write? The rotation of the earth causes day and night. Can you clear it? So, this third point also you underline it. The rotation of the earth causes day and night. Okay. Then, the fourth point, the earth's revolution takes 365 days and 6 hours. Okay. Earth revolution means that is 365 days and 6 hours only. But leap year means only 366. Okay. That is a leap year. Leap year is equal to 366 days. But earth revolution takes 365 days and 6 hours. Okay. So, second, third point, fourth point, you underline it. Okay. Next, the seventh point, the equator divides the earth into two equal hemispheres. Underline. The equator divides the earth into two equal hemispheres. Then eighth point also, the seasons are always opposite in two hemispheres. The seasons are always opposite in the two hemispheres. Okay. These are some of the important points from the first lesson. Then you study the book exercise also. Okay, ma? That is already we revise it. Today we have no time to revise again because we completed revise that is first lesson to third lesson also we need to revise some important points. So now we open your books. That is page number 16. That is the second lesson. That is latitudes and longitudes. What's lesson, ma? Latitudes and longitudes. Yes, now latitudes you take. That is the heading. Heading you see that now. Okay. Now the equator is drawn on globes and maps around the center of the earth. It is called a latitude. That is you underline it. Then it is a circle that divides the earth into two equal halves. The northern and the southern hemisphere. Underline it. This makes enough. Then next. That is page number 17. Okay, page number 17. Now, to underline, that is, there are two sets of special latitudes. Can you see that? At the middle down, there are two sets of special latitudes. The first set of special latitude is near the equator. These are called the tropics. These two lines underline. Then the Tropic of Cancer in the southern hemisphere, its number is 23½ north. Okay. Then second, the Tropic of Capricorn is the southern hemisphere, its number is 23½ south. So these two first special set of latitudes, that is you underline it. And also the second set of special latitudes is near the poles. Now listen here. The first set of special latitude is near the equator. That is very important. The first set of special latitude is near the equator. At the same time, the second set of special latitude is near the poles. So, these 2 points you underline it. Then, the second set of special latitude, that is the Arctic Circle in the northern hemisphere, its number is 66½ north. That Antarctic Circle in the southern hemisphere, its number is 66½ south. Can you clear it, ma? So, these points you underline it. Okay, this is one time you must read. Okay ma. Then longitudes. Now see that page number 17 only. What is longitudes? Longitudes are lines that are drawn from one pole to other. Okay. Okay, that is very important. Longitude means that's drawn from one pole to other. Okay, this point only enough. Longitudes. Then now this page number 18. Now see that page number 18. The first sentence. The longitudes are also numbered. The longitudes numbered as 0 degree is known as the prime meridian. So prime meridian. Meridian means that's a latitude or longitude. Surely it is a longitude. Meridian. Prime meridian or meridian means that is a longitude. Equator means that is a tropics or equator means that is latitude. Can you clear it more? Meridian means that is a longitude. At the same time equator or tropic means that is a latitude. This is very important one. Keep it in our mind. Okay. Now also you underline it. That is this longitudes are also numbered. The longitude numbered as 0 degree is known as the prime meridian. Can you see that? First two sentences only. Okay. Okay. So meridian means that is a longitude. Don't confuse. Okay. Okay. Now you see that differences between latitudes and longitudes. Differences between latitudes and longitudes. So any two difference is studyable from these latitudes and longitudes. Okay, very easy point you take. That is second and third enough. That is little smallest only. Now listen here. Second point. Latitudes from latitude. Second point. That is latitudes are parallel to each other, so they never meet. That is very important. These latitudes are parallel to each other, so they never meet. At the same time longitude. That second point. Longitudes meet at the poles. They are widest apart at the equator. Yes, this poles means it is far away from the equator. Okay, so these longitudes meet at the poles. They are widest apart from the equator. In your questions, that is what is any one difference or any two difference between latitudes and longitudes means you study well from this portion. Latitudes and longitudes. Okay, then second and third point. Latitudes run in an east-west direction. Latitudes run in an east-west direction. At the same time these longitudes run in a north-south direction. What direction more? North-south direction longitudes. But latitudes east-west direction. That's 2 points. Study well. Okay, that is the sometimes this what's the difference between latitudes and longitudes means ask means you need to write. Okay, so these 2 points from 2 and 3 from latitudes and longitudes you underline it. Then next now yes, now listen here ma. The page number 19. Finding places with the help of latitudes and longitudes. That is also you underline. That is second line. A grid of numbered lines in each map. A grid of numbered line in each map. Then grid of numbered line in each map. That is second point you underline it. Then next you this therefore in the index of the grid numbers for a place will be numbers in degrees or the latitudes and the longitudes. These are called the coordinates for the plates. Coordinates for the place. Can you see that? The grid numbers for a place will be numbers in degrees of the latitude and longitudes. These are called the coordinates for the place. This also you underline it. Okay. Okay ma. Then now see that This remember point take mom. That is page number 20. Remember also some important points given. We underline it some points. Okay. That is the second point. Latitudes are drawn parallel to the equator. Okay. That is you underline it. Okay. Then second point underline it. Then third point. The two tropics and the Arctic and Antarctic circles are special latitudes. Okay, the two tropics means what's that? Tropics are Capricorn, tropics are Cancer. That is a first set of special latitudes, and the Arctic and Antarctic circles are the special latitudes. So second point and third point underline. Then sixth point. These latitudes and longitudes form a grid on maps that helps to locate places. Sixth point also underline it. These latitudes and longitudes form a grid on maps that helps to locate places. Okay, now listen here, ma. This down these words, the grid meaning given, no? Grid. What's the meaning? That a pattern of straight lines that cross each other like this. Now listen here. This is long line, vertical line and horizontal line. One square is given. No, this from this grid. This is the longitude line and also latitude lines, and it form a each square. Number of square is there. Inside that big square, number of square is there. Then each one is called a grid. This grid helps to locate places. Grid helps to locate places. Okay, ma? Okay. Okay. So, 2 lesson over. Now we see that third lesson. Yes, what is weather? Do you know? Okay. Now listen here. First question from this lesson, you see that yes, first difference between weather and climate. Difference between weather and climate underline. That is first stanza. This changes the atmosphere over a short time are called weather. Over a short time is very very important. Okay, weather means short time, that is keep it in your mind. Don't confuse it. But climate means over a long time. Can you clear it, ma? Weather means that is the change in the atmosphere over a short time. This short time is very very important. Short time means that is a weather. What's the weather today? That is a today's condition only. Atmosphere, that condition only. What is a climate means? It is a long time. This place has over a long time is called a climate. So now you see that what is weather means. You need to write these changes in the atmosphere over a short time are called weather. So this first stanza, the last sentence, you underline it. Okay, clear? Okay, ma. Then what is a climate? The regular pattern of weather that a place has over a long time is called climate. That's also underline it. Can you clear it? Okay. Okay, now listen here. Already this previous time I said that, I think that, yeah, last we found it some of the important points from this lesson. Okay, anyway, today also one time recall. Factors that affect climate. What are the factors that affect climate means? That are the latitude. First point is latitude. Any one person words enough. If you write latitude means that is enough. Latitude or distance from the equator, that no need. Latitude, altitude, winds, distance from the sea. Okay. What are the factors that affect climate means? You need to write. First point latitude, second point altitude, but study the spelling. Third point distance from the sea, then fourth point winds. Okay, ma? Can you clear it? Yes, then okay. Then what causes day and night? The rotation of the earth causes day and night. What is weather? The sea, no. Yes. Then the seasons are opposite in two hemispheres. That is true or false? The seasons are opposite in the two hemispheres. Yes, that is true only, isn't it? The seasons are always opposite in the two hemispheres. That is we know. Then Earth's axis is not tilted. Earth's axis is tilted only. But if the question is asking Earth axis is not tilted slightly, if the sentence is not given means it is true or false. That is a false, because we know the Earth axis tilted. What's the meaning of tilted? It is slanting in position only. Yes. Then Earth complete one revolution is 360 days and 6 hours. That is true or false? That is a false only, isn't it? Earth complete one revolution means 365 days and 6 hours. But 366 days means that is a leap year. Can you clear it, ma? Yes, now listen here. The meridian dash the prime meridian is numbered as 180 degree. What's that answer? The fill in the blanks. The meridian dash to the prime meridian. Now listen here. The meridian and the prime meridians are opposite. This meridian means that is a longitude. That meridian and opposite to the prime meridian is numbered as 180. So this question, the meridian dash the prime meridian is numbered as 180 degree. How do you write the answer? Note it. The meridian opposite to the prime meridian is numbered as 180 degree. Okay. The movement of the earth around the sun in a fixed path. Around the movement of the earth around the sun means that is rotation or revolution. That is a revolution. Okay. The presence of dash and air makes life possible on earth. The presence of water and air. Water and air makes life possible on earth. Okay. Then lines running parallel to the equator. If parallel means what's the answer? Latitude or longitude? That is a latitude. Okay. Then dash divides the earth into two equal halves. The equator. Okay. Then match the following also. You say that answer. Globe means what, ma? Globe. Yeah, you know, that is the model of the earth. Longitude means meridians. Longitude means meridians. Grid means network of longitudes and latitudes. Okay, latitudes means that is a parallel. Latitudes means always parallel. What is a continents? That is a huge masses of continuous land. Huge masses of continuous land. Okay, do you know? Then what are the factors affecting climate means? That 4 points, that is latitude, altitude, distance from the sea and wind. So these 4 points only you underline. That heading only you underline, ma. Yes, now remember point you take. Page number 26. Remember point you take, ma. That is first point, weather can change in a day or from day to day. Weather can change from day to day. This point you underline it. Weather can change from, weather means only day to day changes. Not day to day, morning to evening also changes. So weather can changes simply day to day. But second point also. So first point, first line only enough. Weather can changes in a day or from day to day. Second point, climate is the usual pattern of weather that a place has over a long time. That also you underline it. Climate is the usual pattern of weather that a place has over a long time. That is usual pattern of weather only that place has over a long time. Okay, ma? Okay, do well. The exam coming this next week exam you have. So study well. Study all that. First of all, you read the book, the important points, you note it, you study well. So you will be able to write all the answers. So do well. Okay. So next class we will see. And doubt means you ask me. Okay. Thank you, mom. Thank you.